です。デュエルなんて、まずデッキをセットするんですよね。ちゃんとできるかわからないけど、私頑張ります。お兄ちゃん、最後までやってみる。それじゃあ私デュエルのこと教えて。よろしくお願いします。お兄ちゃん、デュエルのこといろいろ教えてくださいね。最後まで諦めない。本田さん、私もお兄ちゃんみたいにお願いします。慈悲深き修道女を撃します。黒き森の実デーモンで押します。デーモンお願いします。本田さんのデノルもレアメタルナイト。本田さん、アクロバット本田さんのカード。おとぎさんの最強モード。オーガスの
I like the cold system. I will not fail you. Once I'm done, I will return here.
おとぎさんのデッキもお願いします。ユウギさんのお願い。ユウギさんのお兄ちゃんのカード。お兄ちゃんと
Dark Prince, Dark Prince, Dark Prince, Dark Prince, Dark Prince, Dark Prince, Dark Prince.
Welcome, my loyal drones! Thank you for gathering here for this momentous occasion of we need to find a rat in this city who needs to be brought to me. Which is why my head number one over here is gonna help me with that. Now, I want every single one of you to search through this city, burn it to the ground if you really have to. I don't care. I want you to find Aguilar and bring him here. And also, I want you to remember this. I want everybody in this city surrounding this area. I want you to remember this in your head. You will remember the Dark Prince, because you know why? You're all bound to the Dark Prince, no matter what! Now go! Well, isn't it my great apprentice, Ryu Straight? My favorite apprentice out of all these idiots out here that are working for me.
I was expecting to see you here, Master. I've been thinking, when are you going to promise me the power I need to save my world?
You want your powers. Then you must bring Edward here in front of me. You want to earn him? Go get him and bring him here. Then you shall get your powers.
I will certainly do that. There's these individuals who have Elemental Lord cards. And maybe perhaps, by collecting all of them, you will achieve a greater power.
What are those bunch? I've never heard of them before.
They're powerful monsters that belong to these clans, which I don't know who they are. But what matters is you obtaining all Elemental Lord cards.
You have kind of piqued my interest in these, you so-called Elemental Lords? Me with Elemental monsters. Scary enough to have a seal, though, but to have those, I could be double the powerful for it. Okay, why not?
Master, after I give you all these Elemental Lords and bring you this Edward Aguilar, I'd like to be the honor to obtain his soul and bring him to you.
I appreciate that, but he is mine and mine alone. He is for me only. You are to do what you're supposed to do.
Very well then. Then please give me the honor to hunt down these Elemental Lord users. They are the ones who attacked my home world, and I'd like to get my revenge.
I will, on one condition. I get to keep my thing against Edward, and you can have your revenge on these Elemental Lords for destroying your city. I give you permission, yes.
Oh, hey, Edward.
Dartha, how's this possible? And what happened to you being part of the Dark Prince?
Wow. You know how he basically is power hungry?
Yeah.
Evil. Pretty much wants to kill everybody in sight that comes in. Well, remember the last duel you and him had?
Yeah.
Where pretty much he was sitting on the throne of bones, armies trying to kill everybody. Well, basically, I think he got to the point to where his power got so much to where somehow I managed to where I was able to escape from inside of him. So I got out of the Dark Prince, and now I'm back to normal now. So he's his own self, which means now I can fight him, get rid of him, and I no longer have to be him anymore. Means I can be good instead of being that ugly junk guy that kills everybody with that stupid one card that he enjoys for some reason.
Yeah, let's see where it goes.
Talking what? 3,000 souls in one city? Come on.
I wish I was strong enough to beat him, but I just seem like not. I haven't put down my duel disc.
Oh.
I'm not really in the mood to duel. What's the point of me doing something if I'm just going to fail anyway?
Have you seen my duels? I win one random one, and all the other ones I get my butt zoned to me half the time. Even though I tried. But the problem is half these people somehow know how to defeat us, is the problem. Even if you try your hardest, which I don't get why. Because villains cheat, but that's just my theory on it.
Well, to be fair, you were a little mouthy until I ended up teaching you a lesson by defeating you, even though that you won the underground duel.
Oh. Hey, that's when I was younger, and I didn't know better. Now I got better at it, and now we finally got better at it. So that's a good thing. That's because Dark Prince kind of made my brain a little stupid, put it that way.
Yeah. So are you saying what I think you're saying, like wanting to like form an alliance, so teaming up and stuff?
Hey, it's better than being with him.
Yeah, gonna need all the help we can. Huh? What's that over there?
Oh no, now what?
Let's go check it out.
Oh great.
Blake? What are you doing? What happened?
Who's this? Who is this?
Oh, he is... How do I put it? He's a person that bullied me until I end up teaching him a lesson.
I guess somebody else taught him a lesson too, so... Would it be from whatever that thing is up there?
Huh?
デッキをセットするんですよね。ちゃんとできるかわからないけど、まず私、頑張ります。お兄ちゃん、最後までやってみる。それじゃあ、私。
Wait, you sent someone to attack Blake? Why?
お兄ちゃん、デュエルのこといろいろ教えてくださいね。最後まで諦めない聖女ジャンヌ、心眼の女神様、本田さん。私もお兄ちゃんみたいに、慈悲深き修道女のレディーパンサー、木森のウィ、攻撃します。黒木森のウィレバー、デーモン、お願いします。
Wait, it was partly you that was behind it the whole time?
You were... Control yourself. Make your brain not do anything stupid. You were the one that took over my body and made me do all that stupid stuff?
エアメタルナイトで攻撃します。本田さんのデッキバスター、コマンダー、おとぎさんの最強モンスト、オーガスの魔法のブラキューキさんのカード、お兄ちゃんのカード、バーニング、お願い、私に力を。ドラゴン、お兄ちゃんとユーギさんのカード、超魔導竜騎士、ドラグーン・オブ・レバイ。
Alright, so first we got a Skuro. Next we have the Dark Prince. And now we have these, whoever they're called, we have to deal with. Sometimes I wish Ivan was with us. He would know what to do.
Not have one single person that wants to either kill us or take our bodies over for 1 second would be nice. But of course, not in the dueling world is never normal. That's the problem. That would be nice, yes. But we're on our own for right now. So we gotta come up with our own thing.
Maybe not. Maybe if we check out the our previous lab, we might be able to find something.
Oh no, not there again.
Well, it's been a long while. Come on, let's see what we can find. Wow.
What? Who did this? And what happened to the lab?
I don't know.
What the heck?
Wonder where the best place to look.
Oh, the book's over here.
Oh, okay.
You put stuff in front of it.
Let's see. Not this one. Not this one. Not this one.
Really? many books do you guys have in this place? No.
Let's see. Oh, it's right here. I got it. All right. Let's see. Wait. Why are all the pages here blank?
You're telling me we came to an abandoned lab to find a book that has absolutely nothing in it?
Why did Ivan had a blank book here? That makes no sense.
Well, you can't delete pages in a book.
Yeah. Oh wait, there seems to be a little message here. Let's see. If you're reading this message, know that I am. What is this location? It looks like some map.
You have the location of a map?
Wherever this place is, it must be where Ivan wanted us to go.
Oh, great. Alright.
Well,
leave a book blank, but leave a location of a map.
Well, we gotta pack our belongings. We got a trip to go to.
Oh, great. Here we go. Another Edward and Dartha adventure. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Hi.
Edward Aguilar, a pleasure to see you again.
Duelstrong Mark II? Oh, what are you doing here? And how'd you get in?
The drones don't even know where to look. I figured this would be the last place that you would be.
Look, I know that you want to settle a duel with me, but we don't have time for this. I have to meet up with my friend Dartha Blade.
I would have turned you in like the other drones, but I've been given an assignment to help you.
Okay. Well, feel free to share the details while I get my duelist here.
Dark Prince has put something that programmed him to be aggressive towards others. However, before President Korra's passing, he has input a device that is unlike other drones. It seems like whatever Dark Prince has done to these drones hasn't affected me. Tell me, have you heard of what happened to President Korra?
Yes, I know him. Last I heard, he fell to his death because of an accident.
It was no accident. He was murdered by Dark Prince himself. Security footage showed it all.
Wait, what? How can you be sure?
There's an old saying, search your feelings. You know it to be true.
Looks like we're dealing with much more of a bigger threat than I thought.
Speaking of which, you're gonna be needing this if you are to travel somewhere.
Thanks? But what is it?
It's a device designed to attach to your dual disc, which will make it so that the drones won't be able to identify you.
I appreciate it. You know, it'd be nice if you tag along. We're gonna need all the help we can.
But I'll be staying here to distract the drones while you and Dartha make your way to the destination.
I understand. Well, wish me and Dartha Blade luck.
Know this, Edward. You're this world's only hope.
Hopefully, with that device that Duelstrong Mark II gave me, I'll be able to get past these drones. Only one way to find out.
Scanning. Access granted. You may proceed.
Come on, Dartha. We may proceed. It's quite the walk and the journey that we had, traveling from our previous destination to here. Hopefully it'll be worth it. See what's at the end.
Hi, Edward. Did you miss me?
Ivan, I thought you were...
I'm sure you have a lot of questions. Let's take this inside.
Good idea. Let's go, Dartha.
Alright, I'm sure you have a lot of questions. I'll answer them.
Well, for starters, what happened? I thought a squirrel got rid of you.
The squirrel didn't, and the dragon priest teleported me here so I can continue developing better.
Well, I can tell you that you missed a lot. For starters, we have to deal with this new threat named Dark Prince.
Dark Prince? Who's that?
Edward Aguilar. Me and you both know that We've been waiting for this for a long while, and that is to see which one of us will be the one to possess all of the Dragon Priest cards. And that typically will be me. Part of me has a feeling that Edward is somewhere far from here, and I think I know where exactly he is. You better watch out, Edward, because I'm coming for you.
If what you say is true about that book having pages being blank was for the Dragon Priest to test me in order for me to officially be the next Dragon Priest, then it must mean that they still believe in me.
So not only Skuro, but we also have to deal with the Dark Prince.
Including these organizations, we have no idea who they are, but hopefully with us together we can be able to end all this. Huh? What is this feeling? I sense that Skuro is on his way.
We better take you to this room. Me and Dartha will take care of Skuro for you.
Well, I appreciate it. Not sure what is within this room, but I know that it will give me what I need to be able to be strong enough to be able to fight off these enemies.
Look what the cat dragged in.
Ivan, I thought I got rid of you.
Yeah, well, turns out I'm just better than you.
We could stand here all day, trash talk each other, but let's get down to business. I'm here for Edward Aguilar to obtain his Blue Eyes White Dragon, and of course, Dartha's Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon.
Yeah, that's right, Dartha. You tell him.
Very well then. I'll have no problem crushing you both.
デュエルリンクス、私がお相手いたしましょう。私が受けて立ちます。私に喧嘩売ってん、自分の身は自分で守る。この私が受けて立ちます。私に喧嘩売買いましてよ。イーゲーザーセット。これで兄弟喧嘩デュエルは返り討ちよ。いつまでもいつまでも気合は量がなしじゃ何もできない私じゃないわ。
The reason I chose to accept the title Dragon Priest is because to not only protect this world from ongoing threats, but also everyone seems to be counting on me.
小鳥さん、私がお相手いたしますわ。哲夫さん、そうよね。自分を信じて、自分で道を切り開く。手応えがなさすぎですわ。私に勝ちたいのなら、私に勝つと相応の実力を身につけてからになさってください。この程度の力で。
Yes, I know. And that was wrong with me. I learned my lesson, and it won't happen again.
ずいぶん甘く見られたものですね。こんなところ遼河に誰かが私を盾にして遼河の弱みにつけ込むかもしれません。強くなければ。遼河って私がついてないとシャークの名が聞いて大逆転ですわ。私が弱いと切れるわ。本当は玉ねぎ嫌いなくせに。それに
If I was given a choice, I'd say the ability to conquer the darkness within me. You see, not too long ago, it seemed like a vision, but it felt real. I faced against who it seemed to be my darker half. It may seem like it's over, but it's not. I was pushing those close to me far away from me, and me feel like preferring to be alone. But I know now that it's never good to be alone. And those around me are the ones who will not only support me, but help get through this. So please, give me the strength I need to conquer the darkness within me.
遼河に勝ったっていうのはやっぱりまぐれだったみたいですわね。またデュエルに付き合ってくださいね。こんなところ遼河に次のデュエル楽しみにしていますわ。負けましたわ。
Dartha, Ivan, you both think you have the upper hand, but it's all about to change. I played mind control to see control of your ancient gear ballista, Dartha. Next, I normal summon. You're free. Red Eyes, Iron Knight. I'll quit my circuit. The summon condition is 2 more effect monsters. So use both the monsters in my field to place at the link arrows. I link summon Link 3 Topologic Tragedian. Next I play Silver's Cry, and I'll use the playback from my graveyard. Red Eye's Black Dragon, and I'll place the zone where Transmedia points to. If by doing so, Transmedia's effect activates, which allows me to build a banish my Red Eye's Black Dragon, even though it's a price to pay, but it'll be worth it. Because by doing that, all spell traps in the field are destroyed, and for each one that you both control, you take 500 points of damage. Oh, my gracious force! I play Magical Stone Activation. By discarding 2 cards from my hand, I can take 1 spell card from my graveyard and add it to my hand. And I choose Mind Control. And I think I'll play it again. And this time, I'll use it to take control of your V-Jump, Ivan. Now, create my circuit. The summon condition is 2 more effect monsters. I'll use both the monsters on my field to place at the link arrows. I Link Summon Link 4, Topologic Double Dragon. Don't think my turn's over because I'm gonna play Monster and Board, and I'll use the playback from my graveyard, Topologic Tasmania, and I'll place the zone where Double Dragon points to. By doing so, Double Dragon's effect activates. I'll be using the first effect, I'll be using the other effect. While it's co-linked, I can make it so that you both have to discard 1 or 2 cards. But it seems like you don't have any discard, which means that you'll be taking 3,000 points of damage! Let's end this! Topologic Tasmania and Topologic Double Dragon! Attack him directly and end this!
Ow. Well, it turns out, I guess I'm not as good as I used to be.
You didn't just lose, Dartha. You lost your very own Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon. 3 down, 1 to go.
Hey, Ivan, Dartha, I was able to... Skuro? What did you do to them?
Let's just say that I put them out of their misery.
Wish I was here to help you, but I was inside the temple doing some important things. Well, Skuro, I'm here to tell you that your reign and terror ends here and now. I'm ready for this.
I was hoping you'd say that. Let's not waste any time. Let's settle this.
Time for me to put it to good use.
I thought you should know something. I acquired Dartha's Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon. I now have 3 Dragon Priest cards, and you have 1. Once I acquire your Blue-Eyes White Dragon, I will be unstoppable!
You may have 3 Dragon Priest cards, but it won't be enough to defeat me.
If you don't mind, I'd like to go first. I'll begin by sending from my graveyard Red-Eyes Black Dragon, and by doing so, I can spell something from my hand. Red-Eyes Black Meteor Dragon! I'll follow that by playing Return Dragon Lord, and I'll use it to build a playback for my graveyard. Red-Eyes Black Dragon! Now, construct an overlay tower by overlaying both my dragons, so I can build an Exceed Summon, Red-Eyes Flare Meadow Dragon!
Exceed summoning? I don't remember you performing this kind of summoning method.
Since I was able to acquire Galaxy-Eyes Photon Dragon, I was able to learn a sweet method of how to Exceed Summon. I activate Flare Metal Dragon's ability. Once per turn, I can use 1 overlay unit to bring back 1 normal dragon monster in my graveyard. So welcome back, Red-Eyes Black Dragon. I'll end my turn by setting 1 card face down.
If what he says is true, each time he attains a Dragon Priest card, not only does his power grow, but also his deck. I better get everything I got. It's my turn. I play Trade-In, and I'll use this card from my hand, Blue-Eyes White Dragon. And by doing so, I can draw 2 cards.
Oh, there's one more thing I forgot to mention. Due to my Flare Metal Dragon's ability, while it has an overlay unit, you'll be taking 500 damage each time you activate a card or effect.
I'll play another spell card, Return Dragon Lord, and I'll use the get back from my graveyard the one I discarded, Blue-Eyes White Dragon. Next I play Burst Chain of Destruction. I'll use Destroy all monsters in your field.
Sorry to disappoint you, but my Flame Metal Dragon cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects while it has an overlay unit.
That may be, but your other monster isn't safe from my spell.
I won't let you, because I'll be banishing from my graveyard, Return Dragon Lord. By doing so, my Red-Eyes Black Dragon isn't going anywhere.
Well, time for plan B. I normal summon Whitestone of Ancients, and I'll follow that by activating another spell card, Successor Soul, and I'll use it to sacrifice my Whitestone of Ancients, and by doing so, I can also sacrifice your Flare Metal Dragon.
I see you found a way to bypass my Flare Metal Dragon, but fortunately, is it gonna go according to what you have in mind? I activate the quick play spell, Flash Fusion. I'll use it to fuse both the monsters in my field. So that way I can fusion summon Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. It's the ability, since I successfully summon it, I can target one monster you control and have a gain attack points equal to his original attack points for this turn only.
This monster is stronger than mine. Well, the only thing I can do is just end my turn.
Since we're at the end phase, Starving Venom's effect returns to normal. And that's not all. Due to Flash Fusion's effect, my dragon gets destroyed.
Not only that, Whitestone Agent effect activates. Because it was sent to the graveyard, and we're at the end phase, I can special summon from my deck my Dragon Spear of White. Even though that Whitestone Agent effect requires me to summon Blue Eyes, but thanks to Dragon Spear of White, it becomes Blue Eyes no matter what.
But it doesn't matter, because thanks to my dragon's ability, since it was destroyed, I can destroy all monsters that you control.
That won't do, because by banishing from my graveyard Return Dragon Lords, my Blue Eyes White Dragon isn't going anywhere.
I have to admit, you are putting up a good fight, but unfortunately, it won't be enough. Due to Black Meteor Dragon's effect, since it's in my graveyard, except the turn it was sent there, I can add from my deck to my hand, Whereas Fusion. And you know what something? Let's play it right away, and I'll use the send from my deck to graveyard, Red Eyes Black Dragon, and, like Pulsar Dragon, sound like Confusion Summon, Media Black Comet Dragon! Due to my dragon's ability, since I successfully summoned it, I can send from my deck to graveyard, Red Eyes Dark Metal Dragon, and by doing so, you take damage equal to half an attack point. Let's battle! Media Black Comet Dragon, attack! Going to main phase 2, I'll end my turn with one card face down.
Alright, here I go. I'll play a spell card, Pot of Greed, and according to this card, I think it allows me to discard 2 from my hand? No, draw 2 cards. Okay, well that's even better. I normal summon Maiden of Eyes of Blue. Next, I'll follow that by using the effect of my hand, Sage of Eyes of Blue, and I'll use it to target my Maiden of Eyes of Blue. I can send her to graveyard, and by doing so, I can special summon a Blue Eyes from my deck. But I'll chain with Maiden's effect, which allows me to be able to special summon from my graveyard, Blue Eyes White Dragon. Now with Sage's effect, I'll send my Maiden to the graveyard, and I'll special summon from my deck, Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon. Now, due to my dragon's ability, because I successfully summon it, I can add from my deck to my hand, Chaos Form. Next, I play Monster Reborn. I'll use the get back from my graveyard, Whitestone of Ancients. Now, I'll create my circuit.
Late summoning. I see you learned the summoning method from Ivan.
The summon condition is 2 or more monsters with different names. So I'll use all the monsters in my field to place at the linked arrows. I link summon Link 4 Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess. Thanks to her effect, she gains 800 attack points for each monster that I use to link summon her. Let's battle. Don't think I'm gonna stop there because I'm gonna equip this card to my Appaloosa. Big Bang Shot. Appaloosa, attack and destroy Meteor Black Comet Dragon.
Not bad, but unfortunately, you've made a great mistake. Reveal face down card, Red Eyes Burn! Thanks to this trap, since a Red Eyes monster on my field has been destroyed, like my Mia Black Comet Dragon and sent to the graveyard, I can target it, and by doing so, you take damage equal to the attack points. And now you're wondering, my Mia Black Comet Dragon doesn't have Red Eyes as a name. Well, remember my previous turn I played Red Eyes Fusion? Well, my fusion monster's name becomes Red Eyes, since I was able to fusion summon it with Red Eyes Fusion. Now, I'm gonna chain with Meteor Black Comet Dragon's effect. Since it was sent from my monster zone to graveyard, I can bring back an old friend, such as Red Eyes Black Dragon.
Sorry, but due to Appaloosa's ability, when you activate the effect of a monster, I can have her give up 800 attack points, and by doing so, the effect of your dragon is negated.
You may have negated that, but you haven't negated Red Eyes Burn.
Now, feel the burn!
I have no other place, so I'll end my turn. Like earlier, due to Ancient ability, because it was sent from my field to graveyard, I can special summon from my deck Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's your move.
Looks like it's my turn. Ah, perfect. I think I'll give you a little helping hand. Thanks to this card. Dark World Dealings. This allows us to both draw one card, but in exchange we have to discard one.
That's strange. Why are you helping me out? Let's see. This card seems to be useless. Well, this card may be useful. So I think I'll discard...
強くなければいけないの、私は。
Okay, do what you say.
I play Silver's Cry, and I'll use the playback from my graveyard, Red Black Dragon. Next, I'm gonna sacrifice it so I can summon a new dragon. My ace monster has got a new upgrade. Now say hello to Red Eyes Darkness Dragon. My dragon may not seem like a threat, but it will be, because this is ability, it gains 300 attack points for each dragon in my graveyard.
Red Eyes Darkness Dragon. It might be the key to set Oscuro free.
It's over, Edward. Your Blue-Eyes White Dragon is mine. Now, Red Eyes Darkness Dragon, attack Appaloosa and end this!
No, this can't be! Urgh! I have to admit, that was quite the punch you put there.
Impossible! My Darkness Dragon should have wiped out the rest of your life points!
Well, not if I had this card in my graveyard.
Metamorphosis Sonic! How did that? Wait a minute. He must have discarded it due to Dark World Dealings.
Due to Sharpe's ability, because my life points are 2,000 or less, if I happen to take battle damage, I can banish this card from my graveyard, and by doing so, I don't take any battle damage.
Huh. You got lucky. But your luck is about to run out. I have no other place, so end my turn.
Alright, it all comes down to this. It's my turn. I draw. I think I'll play the card that I just drew. Pot of Avarice! By returning 5 monsters from my graveyard back into my deck, I can then draw 2 cards.
Don't you realize that none of the cards in your deck can defeat my dragon?
Next, I play the card I drew, Pot of Desire. By banishing the top 10 cards of my deck, face down, I can then draw 2 cards.
I can't believe I drew a ritual monster. If I recall, my so-called Dark Path summoned a ritual monster. Will this be different? No. I received the ability to conquer darkness with my heart. No holding back.
I play Chaos Form. This allows me to ritual summon a ritual monster from my hand by using monsters from my hand or field as sacrifices. It's even possible that I could banish Blue Eyes White Dragon from my graveyard. So I'll sacrifice Blue Eyes White Dragon. That way I can ritual summon Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon.
Ritual summoning? I haven't seen you perform that summoning method.
I have one more spell card for you. Silver's Cry, and I'll use this to get back from my graveyard. Dragon Spear of White. Now I'll construct an overlay network by overlaying 3 of my dragons, so that way I can exceed summon Legendary Dragon of White!
Impressive. But there's just one problem. Your dragon is far weaker than mine.
I have 1 card left in my hand, and I'm about to put it to good use. Go, Soul Taker! And I'll use it to sacrifice your Darkest Dragon, even though you gain 1,000 life points.
Even with my dragon gone, I'll still have some life points.
We'll see about that. Now, Legendary Dragon of White, attack!
Perhaps you didn't hear me. It miscalculated. I still have some life points, and in my next turn, you're finished.
But unfortunately, it seems like it's you who have miscalculated, Oscuro.
What do you mean?
Due to Legendary Dragon of White's ability, since I was able to attack you directly and inflict damage, while it has a Dragon Normal monster as an overlay unit, like my Blue Eyes White Dragon, I automatically win the duel.
Wait, what? There's a monster that has that effect?
Oscuro, this is where it all ends. Now, Legendary Dragon of White, activate your special ability and end this duel.
No! How could I lose?
It was your greed and lust for power that cost you this duel.
As for the rule, take my dragons.
They may be powerful, but make sure to put them to good use.
Don't think this is... what's this? No!
That looked like the seal of our Calcos, but neither of us had it on the field. What trickery is this? Dark Prince!
Since this duel came to an end, Seal must claim assault and will urge you.
I'm gonna make sure to reverse everything that you have done.
I was gonna have, since I hate Siegler the most, I'm coming for you since he's out of the way.
You have my word. We will duel against each other.
Until then, leave my friends and every civilian out of this.
Okay, fine. I won't initiate. I will leave them alone as long as you say yes to a duel against me, and I will leave all the town people and the citizens alone.
I finally did it, Ivan. I defeated Oscuro and tamed the remaining cards that belong to the Dragon Priest.
Thank you. And I was thinking about changing my name to Lescator.
Lescator? What made you come up with that?
I originally got my name from my father. Unfortunately, our relationship is no good anymore. So I decided to start a new path for my future and give myself my new name, Schizator.
Huh. I did not notice that. Alright, I'll try to get used to it.
Did you hear about Duelist Drone Mark II took out almost 10 drones all by itself? That's nothing compared to the amount of souls that we collected for the Dark Prince. That is impressive, but I'm still curious as to why Dark Prince is collecting these souls and what's their purpose. Where do you think you're going? Dark Prince wants me to locate and terminate a duelist that's miles away from here. Oh, I see. He's giving you an assignment. Well, wish you luck. I don't need luck. Us drones have the seal of Orichalcos.
Where is my servant at? How long does it take for you to get here?
Dark Prince, it's about time I get a chance to meet you.
Oh no. About time you found me.
My sister sent me to eliminate you, and by doing so, we only have to worry about Edward as friends.
Oh. Poor little baby. Too bad you're not gonna make it back to your sister.
Quite well, once I defeat you. I'll be going first. I'll begin by playing Banishment of Dark Lords, which allows me to add further to my hand Dark Lord X Gel. I'll discard her and Nested from my hand to draw 2 cards. Next I play Dark Lord Contact to bring back Nested. I use the ability to pay 1,000 life points to target Contact in my graveyard. Not only does it get jumped back to my deck, but also I get to copy its effect. So I'll bring back from my graveyard Dark Lord X Gel. I'll use her ability to pay 1,000 life points to target Banishment in my graveyard. Like before, not only does it get jumped back to my deck, but also I get to add from it into my hand Dark Lord that's Yamamoto. I'll discard 1 from my hand to play Superpowerization, which allows me to fuse monsters in my field so I can fusion summon Dark Lord Evening Star. I'll use the ability to build a set from my deck to my field, Dark Lord Dance and Dark Lord Rebellion. I'll lay a card face down and end my turn.
Fine, I draw. Oh, you pathetic elementals. I've earned this title as the Dark Prince for a reason. Because my deck is meant to destroy you. So guess what? That whole 7,000 you did was for nothing, pretty much. I get to play a lovely card just for you. You know, there's a few cards that allow, oh, you can't go into it, but guess what? It will. Because this is the number 1 of it. Why don't you say hello to your brother in the afterworld? But guess what? I will play the Seal Horn Chronicles against you.
Of course you would play that card, just to try to claim my soul. Me, my brethren, including our sister, realized that you like taking people's souls for sports.
Now, part 1 was my favorite part. Part 2, Heavy Feather Duster. Basically destroys all your cards in your deck.
I'll chain with Destruction Ring. By destroying one monster in my field, we both take 1000 damage. Not only that, I'll also activate Dark Hole Rebellion. By sending from my hand to the graveyard to Zaboka, I can be able to destroy one card in the field, and I choose your Silver Ghost. I may not be able to destroy your field spell, but we'll both be taking 1000 damage.
So, I'll set one thing for a monster, and I'll end my turn.
My turn. Now that there's 5 dark monsters in my graveyard, I can call forth Amaraj, the Elemental Lord. I use the ability to be able to add from it into my hand, Katrina the Dark Lord. Your set monster worries me, so lay a card face down and end my turn.
Fine, I draw, Mr. Annoying.
It's time to reveal the card that my sister gave me to help me win this duel. I activate last turn, and I target Amaraj. Now all the cards in the field, including her hand, are sent to the graveyard. Then you must summon one monster from your deck, and it has to battle my monster. Whichever one is last standing wins the duel.
Do you know what the last person happened to them when they destroyed my seal? There's a long list of people. This duel's not gonna end lovely for you. I'll get rid of my seal.
I know that you're planning to summon Earthbound Immortal, but because there's no field spell, your monster will get destroyed. It doesn't matter what monster you bring out, I'm guaranteed to win.
You do realize there is a new form version of Earthbound Immortal that I created. Yes, technically their abilities are you need to have a monster on the field for your field spell on top of it. But there is a kicker with one brand new one. But this is for destroying my seal. I summon out my Earthbound Immortal Red Nova to the field.
This can't be. Not only does it have enough attack points to destroy my monster, but also me lose the duel.
This is the only one that doesn't need a field spell card, which means he's not destroyed, and I'm not going to use the ability anyway, because guess what? I win no matter what. So you playing that 7,000 stupid thing was for basically nothing. So now, Earthbound Immortal Red, destroy him and end the duel now.
I'm sorry, my sister. I failed you.
Okay, so I get his card.
Dartha Blade, I've been expecting you. My sister sent me to eliminate you. Now, prepare to duel. If I was an Elemental Lord, where would I be? If it isn't Rocky Strife, an apprentice to Dark Prince. Here's the man of the hour. I've been looking for you. Dartha is looking for one of us, but more importantly, what is it you want with us? I want to settle the score with you. Why me? You attacked my homeworld. Me and my brethren did what we were told. Our sister has found your homeworld a threat. I don't care what you have to say. You're gonna pay for what you've done. Then I guess there's only one way to settle this. A game called Duel Monsters. Well, I should warn you. My powers have doubled since we last met. Good. Twice the pain, double the fun. But since this setting isn't fitting for a duel, let's change things up a little bit, shall we? As you can see, we're inside a tornado. I don't care where the duel takes place, you're going to suffer, just like I suffered. Let's not waste any time. I'll be going first. I'll begin by special summoning from my hand, in which I spell. Not only will you be taking damage, I can also special summon from my deck Glass Spell. Now Ice Spell inflicts 500 damage to your life points. Due to Glass Spell's ability, I can add a Wind Witch monster from it into my hand, and I choose Wind Witch Snowbell. Since I control 2 or more wind monsters, I can special summon from my hand Wind Witch Snowbell. Next, I tune Glass Spell with Ice Spell in order to synchro summon Wind Witch Window Bell. Next to our ability, I can target in my graveyard Wind Witch Glass Spell, and by doing so, you take damage equal to its level times 200. I barely felt anything. I tuned Snow Bell with Winter Bell in order to synchro summon Wind Witch Diamond Bell. I'll activate her ability, which allows me to target my graveyard. Winter Bell, and by doing so, you take damage equal to half his attack points. Next, I'll play Wind Witch Chimes to target my Diamond Bell, and by doing so, I can special summon from my deck Wind Witch Blizzard Bell. I'll lay a card face down and end my turn.
Not bad, I guess.
I'll begin by activating the spell card. Sign up Mighty. This lets me send one card from my hand to the graveyard, so that way I can add a Cyber's monster from my deck to my hand. And I choose Cyber's Gadget, and I'll summon it right away, so that way I can bring back one level 2 or lower Cyber's monster in my graveyard. And I choose the one I just sent, Cyber Synchron. I'll chain with Blizzard Bell. By sacrificing itself, you take 500 points of damage. Since you took damage, Diamond Bell's effect activates, which allows me to destroy or throw in the field, and I choose your Cyber's Gadget. No matter, since once sent to the graveyard, I'm allowed to special summon a gadget token. Time for Plan B. Since I control a Cyber's monster, I can special summon from my hand my backup secretary. Next, I'll create my circuit. The summon edition is 2 Cyber's monsters, so I'll use my token and my backup secretary to place at the link arrows. I link summon Link 2 Flash Mage. And thanks to this ability, I'll use it to bring back from my graveyard Cyber's Gadget. Create my circuit once again. The summon edition is 2 or more monsters, so I use all 3 of my monsters in my field to place at the link arrows. I link summon Link 4 Restaliger, and thanks to ability I can target in my graveyard Splash Mage, so that way it gains 1100 attack points. Battle Restaliger, attack! Not bad for 2 damage. Going to main phase 2. I have no other place. My turn. I activate the face down card. I see Brace befriend. I'll use the back Winter Bell. I refuse to lose to someone like you. I special summon from my hand Extra Baylor in defense mode. What a waste. I'll activate her ability to target from my graveyard Diamond Bell. This ability, I take no effect damage. Not enough for this. Since I have exactly 5 wind monsters in my graveyard, I can special summon from my hand Wind Rose, the Elemental Lord. Oh, you have revealed yourself. Wind Rose, attack Westerling. You may have dealt damage, but I'll banish from my graveyard Cyber Synchron. By doing so, my Restaliger is staying on the field. Show me that you're able to defeat my Elemental Lord. I had my turn. Looks like it's my turn. First, I'll activate the effect of Restaliger. By tributing my Extra Baylor, I can destroy Extra Bell. Next, I'll play the card that I just drew, Leak Burst. And I'll use it to sacrifice my Restaliger and your Wind Rose, so that way I can draw 1 card. All that to draw 1 card, what good will it do? Get ready, because your fate is sealed. I activate the field spell, the Seal of Orchestrated. I can feel my power growing. Thanks to my master, I am given the power I need to destroy someone like you! Your master won't be getting what he wants. I'll banish from my graveyard Cyber's Gadget and Becca Secretary. That way I can special summon from my hand Decree Buster! And thanks to the Seal of Orchestrated, it gains 500 attack points, which is more than enough to wipe you out. Now, Decree Buster, attack him directly and end this duel! Not only did you lose this duel, but also your soul! I'm sorry, Sabrina. Forgive me. What's this? He doesn't have a soul? If he's not living, that means he's a cyborg. How is this possible? Doesn't matter. Time for me to claim my prize. Your win rolls will be a fine deal to my master's collection. You may have the upper hand, but that's about to change. I'll discard one other water monster from my hand in order to special summon from my hand Mormel Abyssius. Thanks to ability, I can be able to add a level 4 lower Mormel monster from my deck to my hand. But I'll chain with Mormel Abyss Howdy. Since she's been sent to the graveyard, I can be able to summon one Mormel monster from my hand, except herself. And I choose Mormel Abyss Maglio. Now with Abyssius, I'll add from my deck to my hand Mormel Abyss Lighting. I'll construct the overlay network by overlaying both my Mormel monsters. In order to exceed summon Mormel Abyss Gaius, I normal summon Mormel Abyss Lady. I'll create the circuit. The summon edition are 2 fish, sea serpent, and or aqua monsters. So I'll use both my monsters to place at the link arrows. I link summon Link 2 Mormel Abyss Lessia. I activate the face down card, Abyss Spear, which allows me to special summon one Mormel monster from my deck. Unfortunately, the effects are negated, so rise from the abyss, Mormel Abyss Lady. I forgot to mention that Abyss Lydia increased the attack points of all monsters that she points to by 500 attack points and defense. Since there are 5 water monsters in my graveyard, I can special summon Orchestrated, the Elemental Lord. Thanks to ability, since it's my summon, you have to discard 2 random cards from your hand. I activate another trap card, Abyss Score. I'll use the target by Abyss Lead, and by doing so, it gains 1,000 attack points until the end of this turn. My monsters may not be strong enough, but I have another trap card, Mascot Weakness, and I'll target your Golem, and by doing so, it loses 700 attack points. Battle, Abyss Lead, Attack and Destroy, Ultimate Agent Gear Golem. How can I lose to a mortal like you? Celebrate this victory, Dartha. My master has special plans for you. I wasn't expecting to see you here, Ivan.
My name's not Ivan. It's Skuzator.
It doesn't matter, but what matters is why I'm here. I'm looking for your friend Edward. Have you seen him?
If you want to get to Edward, you gotta go through me first.
Suit yourself, but be warned, this isn't gonna be like any other duel like you had with previous opponents. You're about to face against a member of the Tokai clan, and I have an elemental lord. I'll be going first. I'll begin a normal summoning Chronomally Gory Knot. I'll use the effect to special summon from my hand Chronomally Weak Space. After that, it becomes the same level as my space. Next, I'll overlay both my monsters in order to exceed summon Chronomally Chronoma. With that, I end my turn.
I have nothing good, but I'll set 2 cards and end my turn.
It looks like it's my turn again. I expected more from you. I almost summon Chronomally Uncle. Will attack you directly.
I cast Cubic Ascension. Since you're attacking me, I am summoning Vijon the Cubic Seed.
Use a more cards ability. Your Chronomally monster attacks a monster defense mode. Difference affects your life points as damage.
Since you attacked my seed, I can activate its effect.
I'll chain with Vanilla by using my order agent. I can negate the animation of your monster.
I cast Cubic Assault to counter you.
So what's the deal with the cubic counters?
So with it, you can't attack and you can't activate its effect.
I see, but it won't save you. I end my turn.
My turn. Next I'll play Monster Gate to sacrifice my Vijon. Now I'll bring Duza, the Cubic Vessel. I'll use it to summon my card to the graveyard. Cubic Mandel. I banish Karma to add more. I'll banish Dharma to add it to Vijon. Next I'll take these 3 to summon Crimson Nova, the Dark Cubic Lord. Now I'm gonna play Cubic Wave to make my stronger monsters against your weak ones. Crimson Nova, attack Mug's Golem.
I activate defense roll and send it to the battle damage. I get to draw 1 card.
So since I just destroyed that, because of the spell, I can attack you again. And now, Duza will attack you directly. So, since we're in the end game, you already know, now we have to lose 3,000 light points.
my turn. I play Foolish Burial Descent. Go into the graveyard, predominantly colossal head. Since there are 5 earth monsters in my graveyard, I can special summon Grand Soil the Elemental Lord. I activate Grand Soil's effect. Now I can special summon a monster from either my graveyard, and I choose Anomaly for Nama. Next, I'll banish Colossal Head from my graveyard to change the battle position of your Crimson Nova.
So, my Crimson Nova is immune to all of your effects. You're just screwed.
It looks like I have to go plan B. I play Kevlar Warrior. I sacrifice it for Nama. I give the death points to my Grand Soil. Grand Soil, attack Crimson Nova.
Bro, what the heck, man? That was like one of my best cards. Ha, nah. I banish Unification from my grave. The special summon Garudia the Cubic Beast. My turn. Is the end for you. I'll summon Vijum, and I'll send all my monsters to the grave. Summon out Indura Doomable, the Cubic Emperor. So now you're just screwed because of what he did. You're kind of... I'll play Boogie Trap. Discard 2 to get Cubic Facility from my grave to my field, and due to Boogie Trap's effect, I can activate the turn it will set. I'll use it to place a Cubic counter on your grave soil. I'll equip my Emperor with Black Pendant. I'll banish Facility from my graveyard. Now attack. Due to Casali's ability, sends my Cubic monster destroyed. Your monster with a Cubic counter. You take damage equal to its attack points.
This can't be.
Don't underestimate me.
I'm sorry, my brethren, including my sister. I have failed you.
You had one of your brethren bring me here. For what purpose? What a pity. I promised to finish where they started. Well, to be honest, I'm just tired of losing all the time. I don't understand why. I'll be sure to put it to good use. I will get it done, Master. You got it, sister. Time to settle the score with one of my so-called friend.
You and Scooter are going to be at the abandoned subway where the underground duels took place. Alright, meet you there.
Well, if it isn't Edward Aguilar.
Blake? What are you doing here?
I should be the one asking the same thing.
Blake, tell me what's wrong.
Oh, nothing serious, except being annoyed with you around. How about we settle it here and now?
You and I both know that we don't have time for this. Dark Prince is out there, and the longer it takes for us to find him, the stronger he gets. These Elemental Lord users are also out there. Figure that if we take them all out, we might be able to find the Dark Prince.
Well, funny you say that, because I accepted Sabrina's request and started working with her.
Wait, what? This can't be true.
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
Blake, why?
It's quite simple. Her brethren failed, and I'm to finish what they started. It's unfair that you get to be picked to participate in President Kura's tournament, while I have to sit in the background, watch you and others duel.
Well, you have to realize that you have to be very lucky to be picked by President Akura.
Just save it, Edward. There's no point of trying to convince me. My mind has been made up, and I want to prove that I can defeat a champion like you.
I guess there's no other way to get through you. It seems like there's only one way to settle this.
A duel? What a great idea. But first, I hate this place, so why don't we come to my world?
Huh? What is this about?
Prepare to duel, Edward. Once you lose, you'll be sacrificed to my elemental lord.
Alright, Blake, I need you to be honest with me. Are you trying to reference all this from that terrible Ice Age movie of where Sid had to be sacrificed even though he was crowned as a ruler?
Please don't mention it ever again. Each of those movie series gets dumber and worse.
Yeah, most of the Ice Age movies have been terrible, except for the first one. Anyways, let's get this over with.
You can make the first move, champion.
You might regret it. Now let's kick things off with a bang. Go! Mortronic Scopin! I'll use the ability to build a special summon, a level 4 Mortronic monster from my hand. And I have just a 1, Mortronic Videoin. Next I tune Scopin with Videoin, so I can synchro summon Ancient Pixie Dragon. Now set a card face down and end my turn.
My turn. I'll begin by playing Fire Formation Tanky, and I'll use it to build an add from my deck to my hand, Elephant, and I'll summon him to the field, and use the effect to build a send Tanky from my field to the graveyard, so I can special summon from my hand, Ram. I'll use the effect to directly set from my deck to my field, Fire Formation Sento. I'll use Elephant's second effect to shuffle Tanky from my graveyard into my deck, to add from my deck to my hand, Brotherhood of Fire Fist, Panda. I'll play Fire Formation Engine, and I'll use the effect to build a fuse Ram and Coyote. Fusion summon Brotherhood of Fire Fist Swan. Since he's been summoned, you take 200 points of damage for every Fire Formation spell or traps on my field. I'll enter the battle phase, and I'll use Swan's effect to send Engine to the grave. Destroy your dragon.
No, not Ancient Pixie Dragon.
Engine allows me to build an add from my graveyard to my hand, Coyote. Swan will attack. I'll have Elephant attack you directly.
I will go down that easily. Activate face down card, Confusion Staff. Now that you attacked me with your first monster, the second monster that's attacking me is forced to instead attack the one that attacked me first.
Nice move, I guess. I'll end my turn.
Right? Looks like it's my turn. Perfect. I play Mortronic Repair Unit. Now by sending one monster from my hand to the graveyard, I can then bring back a Mortronic monster from my graveyard, such as Mortronic Scopin. I'll follow that by normal summoning Mortronic Borden. Thanks to Borden's ability, while as an attack condition, all Mortronic monsters I control can attack you directly. Now Scopin and Borden, attack him directly! Going to main phase 2, I'll tune Scopin with Borden, so that way I can perform a Synchro Summon. Alright, Dawnbreaker. I know you may not be here physically, but lend me your strength. I Synchro Summon Mind Castellan. I have no other plays, so I'll end my turn.
My turn. I'll set 2 and end my turn.
Here I go. My move.
After you draw, I'll activate Fire Formation Kaio. Now continue your turn.
Well, luckily, I drew a card that might help turn things around. Go, Monster Reborn! And I'll use this to bring back one monster from either graveyard.
I'll chain with Ultimate Fire Formation Sento. Since I control both Fire Fist and Fire Formation, I can negate the activation and destroy it.
Well, time to go to plan B. I'll switch Castellan into attack position. After that, I'll use her ability to build a switch control of her and your Brother of the Fire Fist, Swan. So hand it over. Alright, it looks like things have turned around. Now, Swan, attack Mind Castellan!
I see you gotten stronger, but not strong enough. Activating face down card, Dimension Wall. Instead of me taking battle damage, you'll be taking the same amount of damage I would have taken.
And with that, I end my turn.
It's my turn again. I'll play 1 day apiece. Each of us draws 1 card, but none of us takes any damage until the end of your turn.
Okay. Not sure why you're helping me out.
Follow up by playing Card Destruction. We discard our entire hand and draw that same number of cards.
Luckily, you're having me discard a useless card.
Playing Foolish Burial to build a send from my deck to the grave, Pyrex the Elemental Lord. I'll play Monster Reincarnation, guard 1 from my hand to add from my graveyard, Pyrex the Elemental Lord.
So he sent an Elemental Lord from his deck to graveyard, then he got it back from his graveyard. I think he's planning to summon it next turn. I better be ready.
With that, I end my turn.
My turn. Draw! I'll equip Swan with this. Super Magic Sword of Raptidus. Next, I'll set a card face down and end my turn.
It's my turn. Since there are exactly 5 fire monsters in my graveyard, I'm able to play this card. Rise up, Pyrex, the Elemental Lord! I'll use the effect to destroy Swan.
Well, unfortunately, it won't work because while my Super Magic Sword of Repetitious is equipped to Swan, it cannot be touched by any of your effects.
Feel my monster's wrath. Now, Pyrex, attack!
At the start of the battle phase, I'll use Repetitious effect to change the battle position of Swan.
That quick spell is starting to get really annoying, so I'll play the spell card Mystical Space Typhoon to destroy that quick spell.
Luckily, I had that quick card.
That's all I got, so it's your move.
It looks like it all comes down to this. I'll activate the face down card called the Haunted, and I can use it to bring back one monster from my graveyard. And I choose Mind Castling.
If I wanted to, I don't feel comfortable of switching control of Blake's monster. I'm worried that it might contain something that might tempt me to work with Sabrina, kind of like what Blake went through.
Time for me to play the card that I just drew. Go, Ryuku! Thanks to this card, I can weaken one monster on your field, such as your Pyrex, and by doing so, the rest of the attack points go to Mind Castling.
No, you can't do this, Edward!
I'm sorry, Blake, but you've given me no choice. After I defeat this Sabrina and Dark Prince, I'll try my best to help bring you back. Now, Mind Castling, attack Pyrex the Elemental Lord and end this!
I'm sorry, Sabrina. I have failed you.
Thanks, Dawnbreaker. Without your mind castling, I don't think I would have been able to win this duel.
So this is the bandit subway you want to...
Yes. Yep. This was the underground duel we had.
Oh.
Yeah, I won.
デュエルなんてどうしたら聖女ジャンヌ
Put it this way, my princess helped me collect the elemental lords, and now, thanks to them, you're mine, little princess.
聖女ジャンヌで攻撃します打天使マリー
Sure, we'll see. Let's do this.
本田さんお兄ちゃん聖女ジャンヌモンスター効果を発動モンスター効果を発動し打天使マリーで攻撃します心眼の女神様シンクロ召喚シンクロモンスター効果を発動心眼の女神様で攻撃します慈悲深き修道者の本田さんのデッキマスターレアメタルナイト本田さんのデッキマスターリバースドラゴンレアメタルナイトアクロバット本田さんのカードマジックガードアイさんのモンスター効果を発動お願いしますカードコマンダーで攻撃しますお願いエクシーズ召喚エクシーズモンスター効果を発動レアメタルナイトで攻撃します融合の魔法カードを発動します本田さんのデッキマスター心眼の祭典をトラップカードシモッチによるリバースドラゴンモンスターを守備表示で召喚しますリバースドラゴン黒き森のウィクログドラゴンレディーパンサーでフュージョン召喚スバンガールレディーブドラゴン慈悲深き修道者心眼の女神様女神様マジックガード慈悲深き修道モンスター効慈悲深き修道 R でレディーパン慈悲深き修理モンスター撃しますリンク召喚黒き森のウィ出動します黒き森のモンスター効果を発動セイバーリバースレアメタルナイトレアメタルナイト
I'll set things down now in my turn.
さすがお兄ちゃんはすごいです本田さんデュエル得意なんですねアイさんってすごいです
I was able to face against... I don't know what's up with him. He teamed up with one of the Elemental Lord users. His name was Blake. I managed to win.
You did?
Yeah, I got his Elemental Lord cards. And I'm thinking that maybe possibly if I could use his power, I might be able to take us to where the last one is.
Well, I just beat a water elemental lord.
Oh.
So, is he one of them with them?
So that means that Sabrina's might be the very last one.
So I beat one, you beat the other one.
So does that mean, wait a minute, this is all making sense now. Why is Dark Prince allowing us to, he wants his own purpose. He wants to take out the elemental lords so that way he can be able to gain power. We have to get to him.
Did you notice that the whole time none of his drones and him have interrupted any of our duels like he normally does?
Yeah, I was wondering.
We've been just going through the city. So he's basically using us to. Oh, so he wants us to do it for him, so he doesn't do it.
If he's going to where Sabrina is, we have to get to him.
So he basically wants to take out the main elemental lord, pretty much the head person, pretty much.
Yeah. I was able to obtain this elemental lord card, and I think by using it and my Dragon Priest power, we can be able to get to where Dark Prince is.
Well, if that's where he is, let's go.
Alright, let's do this.
One last more elemental card, and I'll have the complete collection.
So, this is where Dark Prince lives.
Well, not exactly.
Oh, I hate that.
But looks like everything led up to this. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Here, Dartha, you best hold on to Pyrex the Elemental Lord for us until we get to the Dark Prince.
Now we just gotta... Hey, Skukador, what's up with your new outfit?
In this world, some people who are here change their appearances. Some of them actually change their emotions because of how dark it is.
I take it that the Dragon Priest told you about this?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay.
My master wasn't expecting you, Skutator, but he was expecting Edward and Dartha.
Dartha! What did you do to him?
It's not what I did, it's what my master did. He wants to settle things with Dartha himself. If you want to get to my master, you'll have to go through me first. So which of you will be my victim?
Hold on, Edward. He's mine.
Okay, good luck.
You do realize that you're about to duel against Dark Prince's apprentice, or in other words, my master's apprentice. Once I defeat you, your soul will be added to my master's collection. After done with you, my master will be waiting for you, Edward Aguilar.
You really think your apprentice is going to beat me? I have beaten many things like you, and you won't stop me. You are just a pity to me.
Suit yourself. But remember, you've been warned.
Now where the heck did I get sent to?
I want your elemental lord card, just so I can have more power to destroy everybody my way. So give it up, Dorothy.
You want it? Come and get it, Princey.
You want to test me? You may have separated from me, but I'm a lot stronger than you are. Bring it, punk.
I'll be going first. I'll begin by activating the spell card, Skynet Mining. This lets me send one card from my hand to the graveyard, and by doing so, I can add a Cyberse monster as level 4 below from it in my hand. And I choose Cyberse Gadget. Now summon it right away, and this ability, I can bring back one level 2 or lower monster from my graveyard. Like the one I just sent, Stack Reviver. Next, I'll create my circuit. The second edition is 2 Cyberse monsters. I'll use both my monsters to place as Elite Arrows. I Link Summon Link 2 Pop Spot Toy. 2 effects will happen at the same time, or to say 3. Chain 1 will be Spot Toy. This ability I can add Sign of Fusion from it in my hand. Now due to Cyberse Gadget's ability, because it was used as a material for a Link Summon into the graveyard, I can spell summon a Gadget Token. Now due to sacrifice ability, because I use it as a link material for Link Summon, I can now summon one Cyber Boss in my graveyard. However, I can only do this once per duel, that's fine with me, because I'm gonna be reviving my Cyber Gadget. Please soak it. The summon condition is one Cyber Monster. I'll use my token to place and link arrows. I link summon Link 1, Talkback Lancer. Let's play circuit again. The second condition is two more effect monsters, so I'll use Spa Toy and Gadget to place and link arrows. I link summon Link 3, Transpo Talker. Using his effect, I can bring back a Link 3 or more monster in my graveyard, so I'll come back to my field. Spa Toy. Next, I'll lay one card face down and end my turn.
My turn. Now I play Fusion Scription. I reveal from my extra deck Crimson Nova Trinity, so I can add from the deck of my hand Crimson Nova the Dark Cubic Lord. Next I summon Duza the Cubic Meteor Vessel. I'll use its effect from my deck to the grave Cubic Karma. Next I banish Arna to add my second copy of Crimson Nova. I play Cubic Dharma to send my hand from the grave. Cubic Casolity to draw one. Duza attacks your Spar Toy.
Not bad, but not good enough. I activate the face down card, Cyber Beacon. Since it's a bound damage or effect damage this turn, I can add a level 4 lower Cyber monster from my deck. And I choose Wyvern.
I set one to end.
My turn. I normal summon Clock Wyvern. I'll use the ability to special summon a token and a cost of half an attack point. Now play a circuit. The summon condition is two Cyber monsters. I'll use my token and Talkback Lancer to place an Link arrows. I link summon Link 2, Link Bumper. Next, I play one Link Inception. Now using the special summon from my graveyard, Spa Toy.
I don't like where this is going.
Now, I play Finite Fusion. Now use it to fuse Clock Wyvern, Transpo Talker, Spa Toy, and Link Bumper. That way I can fusion summon Cyber Clock Dragon. This ability to successfully fusion summon, I can send the top cards of my deck's graveyard equal to the link rating of the link monsters I use to fuse material. For each one, Cyber Clock Dragon gains 1,000 attack points. Before I go any further, I will play Mystical Space Tycoon, and I'll take care of that Cubic Dharma on yours. Now feel its wrath, Cyber Clock Dragon, attack and destroy.
Not even a scratch.
Going to main phase 2. I'll lay one card face down and end my turn.
Come on. You can do this.
You may have your ace monster, but let me show you mine. Unification of the Cubic Lords. Prepare to meet your doom. I attribute 3 Crimson Novas from my hand. Go, destroy them now, my creature. Crimson Nova Trinity, the Dark Cubic Lord. I play Cubic Wave to double my monster's attack points. I banish my Cubic Wave along with Duza to place 1 Cubic counter on your Cyber's Cloth Dragon.
What a complete waste of move. That counter won't do anything to my dragon.
Next I banish from my grave Cubic Casolity. Crimson Nova Trinity, attack!
You must have lost your mind.
Are you sure?
What are you talking about?
I suggest you take a look at your monster.
What is wrong with my dragon? What trickery is this?
Due to your dragon having a Cubic counter, its effects are negated. Due to my monster's effect, your light points get cut to half.
Reverse card open. Defense draw. Instead of me taking battle damage, I get to draw 1 card.
Due to Casoli's effect, since your dragon had a Cubic counter, you take damage equal to its attack point. Oh, one more thing. Due to Crimson Nova Trinity, it can make a second attack. Now, Crimson Nova Trinity, annihilate.
I can't believe I lost. But lucky for you, the Silver Calcos was in play. I just drew the card right here. Which means none of us will. Wait, what's this? Why is this card Reacting.
So, I use my parallel dragon. Now attack him directly.
Oh, dang it! I'm sorry, Scubator and Edward. I tried.
Oh, I thank you there. Let's do this. Now all 6 are mine. No one should stop me now.
Wow, Scubator, that was kind of tense. Were you okay there?
I am okay.
Okay, you got me worried there. Can't believe that Steel Calculus took his soul even though he wasn't on the field. All that's left is Dark Prince.
I have a gift for you.
What, really?
Take this. It'll help you.
A blank card? What good would this do?
Look at it.
Nothing but blank.
Trust me, you'll find out soon.
Okay. Hopefully it'll be enough to defeat the Dark Prince.
It will.
Let's go.
Good luck, Edward.
Appreciate it.
Dark Prince? Why do you look like that? And where's our friend Dartha?
Unfortunately for him, I have captured your friend's soul, which he is now mine.
All those innocent souls. Why do I feel a great power come from you? What have you done?
I absorbed every elemental, which means I now have more powers than I had before. The one good thing, great power, I can do certain things now. As you look out here, your home planet is getting destroyed by a meteor.
Wait, what? You can't do this!
I don't care. You have pushed me to my limits, so I will destroy your home planet along with you, Edward.
Fine. After I defeat you, that meteor and every damage you've done to that world will be fixed.
Very tempting. So you're saying if I lose, then I have to get rid of the meteor and save your precious little planet?
Well, you're not the only one who's been collecting and absorbing the elemental lords. I've also been collecting the Dragon Priest cards. Thanks to them, I'm able to upgrade my deck. And you want something? I'm ready for this. So let's go, Dark Prince. I'll be going first. I'll begin by playing the spell card Bingo Machine Go. This lets me reveal 3 cards from my deck. Each of them that meets requirements. And then you pick one of them. That card gets added to my hand while the rest is shuffled back into my deck. And I think I'll be choosing these 3. Now, make your pick.
Oh joy, so I have to just choose what card I have to give you. Oh, fine, I'll choose the one with the blue eyes all on it then.
Alright, that card will be added to my deck, and the rest is shuffled back. Now, I'm going to play another spell card, Wishes for the Eyes of Blue. This lets me discard 1 from my hand in order to add a level 1 Light Tuner and a spell track card that mentions Blue Eyes White Dragon. And I choose my Maiden of Light and this card. Next, I'm going to send my Maiden of Light to the graveyard from my hand in order to place from my deck into my spell and track card zone the True Light. Would have been nice for me to do some big plays here, but unfortunately this is all I can do. So I'm going to set 1 monster and set 2 face down, and that'll be all. Your move.
Alright, my turn then. I draw. Okay, we'll start this duel with my favorite card. I play the Seal of Archangels.
Here we go again.
Okay, next I throw into my field Air Zone Prisoner Groundkeeper. Additional, I will activate effect. I can also special summon from my deck on top of it, which is Earthbound Prisoner Stone Sleeper. I will play Harmonic Synchro Fusion. I get the Synchro Fusion.
No way! You're able to perform both a synchro and fusion summon at the same time?
Synchro summon Earthbound Serve Eel Gremlin. Fusion. Summon Earthbound Serve Eel Yagurimiwa. To attack your monster.
Glad I put mine in defense.
Gremlin to attack. So next, I will use my Gremlin's effect to fuse my two monsters' favorite monster from my extra deck. I fusion summon my Earthbound Servant Geogasha. So now attack.
If this keeps up, I'll lose.
I end my turn.
It all comes down to this.
Now I play Paw Desires. This allows me to banish the top 10 cards of my deck face down, and by doing so, I can be able to draw 2 new cards.
Alright, I'll begin by playing the spell card War with the Blue-Eyed Dragons. This lets me spell summon in defense mode a Blue-Eyes monster from my deck or graveyard. But because I have no monster in my field, I have to spell summon Blue-Eyes White Dragon. So I'll be spell summon one from my deck, like I said before. Next, I'm going to banish from my graveyard Majesty of the White Dragons. Usually by doing so, I can be able to perform a ritual summon. By ritual summon a monster from my hand, as long as I tribute the requirements from my hand or field. Such as thank you for letting me get my track card in my field. So now I'm going to sacrifice my dragon so I can bring out this card. Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. That's not all. Now I'll use True Light's ability at my field. This lets me bring back from my graveyard Blue Eyes White Dragon.
You've always fight by my side, Blue Eyes White Dragon. Now let's finish this together.
Now, I'm going to banish Wishes with Eyes of Blue from my graveyard. Usually by doing so, I can be able to target a Blue Eyes White Dragon in my field. And by doing that, I can be able to equip a Blue Eyes monster from my extra deck to it and as an equip spell card. So I'll be equipping my Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon.
Now that my Blue Eyes White Dragon is equipped with a fusion monster, I can send it and the one that's equipped with to the graveyard. And by doing so, I can build a spell summon from my extra deck, Blue Eyes Timer Dragon.
Let's battle! Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon, attack Earthbound Servant Geograsha!
Really? Guess what? You might get rid of him, but he has a nice counter effect when he hits the graveyard. When he's destroyed by battle, or by card effect, when he's into the graveyard, I can automatically special summon from my deck one Earthbound Immortal of my choice. Which means to my field, I summon out my Earthbound Immortal Kagapu in attack mode. Enjoy that little present for you, Edward.
If I remember correctly, I cannot touch your Cockaboo because of the ability, but it doesn't mean I can do this. Reverse card open. Even at permanence, this will be target one monster on your field. And by doing so, its effects are negated for this turn only.
You dare to touch my...
I'll follow that by playing this card, Forbidden Chalice. And I'll use it to target my Blue Eyes Timer Dragon. And by doing so, even though it'll gain 400 attack points, but its effects are negated for this turn only.
Blue Eyes, attack!
And with that, I end my turn.
Why I draw? Oh, big wolf. Let's lay his face down and end my turn.
Dark Prince, it all comes down to this.
I may have a strong board, but his set card concerns me. What if it's a card that get rid of my monsters? I can't stop that. But wait, that card that Scootor gave me, it looks like it's changing into a fusion monster. Well, it's time to put it to good use.
I activate my other face-down card, Ultimate Fusion. This lets me fusion summon by using monsters from my field and or graveyard. So I'll be fusing my Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon and Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon from my graveyard back into my extra deck. And by doing so, I can be able to fusion summon Dragon Master Megia. Now, Dragon Master Megia, attack!
Haven't you learned by now, Edward, that I do not let anybody touch my favorite monster? gonna do anything. I am gonna activate mental cylinders, which means your monster's attack to kill you off, and I will take your soul from you.
That would happen if it weren't for my monster's ability. You see, once per turn, when you activate a card or effect, depending on which of the type, like your track card there, I can be able to negate and destroy it. So now, to pick up where we left off. Now, Dragon Master Magia, continue your attack! Attack him directly, end this!
I have won, but the battle is still far from over, Edward. I will be back for your soul. Good luck next time.
That was intense. Can't believe I finally defeated him. That card really helped.
I'm glad he's dead. I hated that man so much.
Well, I wouldn't go that brutal.
What the? Did I just die? What happened here?
Dartha, you're back! It seems like by defeating the Dark Prince, I'm able to free all the souls, including you.
What the? I was just... What?
Anyways, we better head back home.
Indeed.
You guys are still here? Stop following me, you creeps, okay? I know you like me and all, but come on. I'm filming here.
I'm so glad that not only is it finally over, but also things are slowly returning to normal. Not sure what's left to do.
Edward Aguilar! Great. What does it want now? Me and the other drones are looking for Dartha Blade, who's also known as the Dark Prince. We know that you are friends with him. Have you seen him? Dartha! What have you done this time?